Okay, here's something with Kamala Harris I wanted to talk about because I didn't know that this was possible. You know what I'm about to talk about there, Pops Crowder. It was surprising.
Really?
He's
surprising?
Dave just called him this morning. He was half asleep. He's like, what? Huh? I got to be in third chair? You'll understand why I was so surprised because I'm jealous, and you'll understand why. So over the weekend, she was asked a question about inflation and just gave this absolutely bizarre, nonsensical answer that had nothing to do with it. Now, to be fair, I'll go into where she kind of addressed it later on, but this is the unedited sequence of events with the question and her answer. This is why people are calling her visit an embarrassment. Watch.
President Biden has said that Americans will feel some pain for the sake of defending freedom and liberty, but there does seem to be no end game in sight. How long should Americans expect? How long should we be bracing for this really sort of historic inflation and some unprecedented gas prices?
Sure.
Help!
In terms of the discussions that the President, Johannes, and I had, they ranged in subject, including the issue of the Black Sea, and I'll let him explain in more detail as he would like. But we are, again, fully aware and apprised because we are in constant communication with the President, with his administration here, about the concerns that they have about the entire region and, frankly, the vulnerability. All you have to do is look at the map and see that where Romania exists geographically, and as is the case for our allies on the eastern flank, that there are potential vulnerabilities, which is why we say very clearly we will dedicate and have been especially enhancing over the last few weeks our support based on their current needs.
You can do that? What? You can... Wait, can you do that in marriage?
No.
Where were you? Yeah, I actually think that the chicken piccata you made last night was pretty good. A little salty, but do appreciate that you made it, and I'm going to bed.
No. Where were you?
Yeah, no, typically I prefer veal piccata, but you know what? The way you dressed it up was pretty good. So I'm going to bed. Love you. I didn't know you could just not answer the question. I didn't just move on to something else and also answer that would-be question poorly.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the map, you'll see that the proximity to hell means, that might be hot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what?
When she feels the fires of hell at her soul on a daily basis. She's very familiar with it. Now, here's the thing is there was a question that was asked of her.
Right. And she did get
to it. And before that, there was a question asked of the Romanian president.
Yeah.
And she instead decided, I want to answer the Romanian president's question, even though I don't know what I'm talking about. But to be fair, she
got to it a little bit
later on the inflation. It's not much better.
And this is Biden's backstop.
We have the unfortunate experience, all of us right now who are not in Ukraine, of witnessing horror.
Like a wind-up robot.
So we are committed in everything we are doing. And yes, then the president did say in the State of the Union, there is a price to pay for democracy. Got to stand with your friends. And as everybody knows, even in your personal life,
that's
being
the
loyal
answer.
to those friendships based on common principles and values, sometimes it's difficult. Often it ain't easy. But that's what the friendship is about, based on shared values. So that's what we're doing.
It ain't easy. She went back to her days of having her city board at with Willie Brown. Whoring ain't easy, mama. Whoring ain't easy.
I didn't like that girl in high school, much less as vice president.
Sometimes it ain't easy. It ain't easy, baby. Like, why you do this in Romania? I do not like this.
What is she doing?
By the way, are you Indian or are you black? I don't understand. I thought your singing would be, I don't know what you are.
Oh, thank God. She knows Romania close to Russia. Starting point.
By the way, I can make you president if you sleep with me in trailer. So...
What is that plaintive wail in her voice that she, right on the cusp of tears, that she's hoping will join her in her emotion.
Yeah.
She does it all the time.
Which is very difficult when you're a
So
sociopath and you don't have the emotion. She's going through her. She's going through her mental Rolodex, kind of like in Terminator 2, where he said, "Give me your clothes, your bike, and your boots." She's going, "Oh, okay, how do human beings respond?" And whale. It ain't easy. The least popular candidate in the history, certainly in all of the primaries. I'd like to say in the history of primaries, but I don't really know. That could be John Kasich for Republicans. I mean, no one likes you, Kasich, but she is worse than Kasich for the Democrats, and she was made vice president.
And sent over there to do that.
And they drummed
Buttigieg.
Tulsi Gabbard out of the core, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
In
Anybody
those
but
primaries.
her.
But I get it. It's the price we pay for democracy. I see. That's how else would we have the safest election in the history of electioning?
Safe and secure.
Democracy, right? Yeah, because Ukraine is a bastion of democracy and freedom. It's not like there was a government that was effectively installed that people also wanted. Here in the West, it's not like here in the United States. You force people to wear masks, and you try to enforce vaccine mandates, and you try to enforce vaccine passports, and you locked down businesses indefinitely. So no, democracy. This is what they always say. They always say democracy. They don't really care about freedom.
No.
And we are not a democracy.
No.
You can't be free in a true democracy. A true democracy is mob rule. That's why we are a constitutional republic, a democratic republic. You can't just have democracy where you vote on everything. Because guess what? That makes it too easy to pander and give people free stuff.
Like you're doing your entire platform.
Yeah, that's the entire platform.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.